A sister's dress showing off a little too much form, a grumpy bridesmaid, and a blunder from David Beckham. As beautiful as it was, William and Kate's royal wedding couldn't escape its share of blunders. While Catherine, now the Princess of Wales, received the famous sapphire ring upon her engagement to Prince William that had once belonged to Princess Diana, she also later got a wedding band. Her wedding band was made from a particular supply of Welsh gold, in adherence to royal tradition. It was the late Queen Elizabeth II who gave the gold to William so that Catherine's wedding band could be made, and they commissioned the jeweller Wartski for the job. However, the wedding band ended up being slightly too small on the wedding day, and William had a tough time getting it on Catherine's finger because she had asked Wartski to make it a size smaller. As royal correspondent Katie Nicholl told the Daily Mail, neither Catherine nor William took the situation too seriously, saying she had her engagement ring resized because she'd lost weight and didn't want the same problem with her wedding ring slipping off. It has now become a subject of amusement to her and William. Following the wedding, Prince William and Catherine embarked on a procession through the streets of London as they made their way to Buckingham Palace for the famous balcony kiss. Crowds waited alongside their carriage to cheer as the royal procession embarked. They were accompanied by the armed services, including the household cavalry, and one of the men who was ahead of Catherine and William's carriage took a tumble on his horse. He managed to get up and step aside the line of procession, and stood at attention as William and Catherine passed. Garrison Sergeant Major Bill Mott, who planned the procession, took pride in the trooper's ability to fulfill his duty, later telling People he had just been thrown off and here he was standing. I got a message to him a few days later to say how proud I was of him. For the famous kiss on the balcony at Buckingham Palace, William and Catherine walked out to greet the throngs of fans who came to celebrate with them. They were followed by their bridal party, including the bridesmaid Grace Van Cullum, who looked less than impressed with the ordeal. Long before little Prince Louis stole the show with his hilarious facial expressions, Grace captured the world's attention as she covered her ears when the Royal Air Force flew over the palace and looked crabby about the general situation. To be fair, she was only 3 at the time. Grace became a viral sensation from the royal wedding, fondly known online as the Grumpy Bridesmaid. In fact, even Catherine and William had a laugh about it later, as Katie Nicholl wrote in Vanity Fair. After the wedding, the couple went to Clarence House to sit down and watch their wedding footage with Prince Harry, with a palace aide telling Nicholl they were laughing when the cameras panned onto little Grace on the balcony, and William was saying, "Poor Grace, she looks terrified." Following the balcony kiss, the couple visited with guests during a reception at the palace and then departed to rest at Clarence House, the London-based residence at the time of the now King Charles III and Camilla, Queen Consort. For their brief break, William arranged to have them leave in Charles's Aston Martin Volante, which had been a gift from Queen Elizabeth for his 21st birthday.
What a view the crowds are being rewarded with. It looks as though Prince Harry may have been at work on this vehicle.
Prince Harry had taken it upon himself to decorate the car, and an insider told the Daily Mail that Harry wanted to amp up the decorations, but his father reined him in, with the source saying he would have gone further, but his father warned him not to get a scratch on it. Typically, royals sit in the back seats of a car and have protection officers in the front, but in this case, William and Catherine went rogue, creating a quintessential wedding scene of the bride and groom driving off. The one hiccup came when William drove the car with the handbrake still on. However, they still got to Clarence House just fine. Bridesmaids traditionally recede into the background, but not Kate's sister, Pippa Middleton. Her dress, made by Sarah Burton for Alexander McQueen, was the dress that became the talk of the town. The dress was white, which is unusual for a bridesmaid dress, and it was form-fitting. Style expert Dina Borriman told Express that Pippa almost upstaged the bride herself with the dress.
I seem to remember this. This is the one she wore to her sister's wedding in 2011, the one that had people saying, "Wait a second, who are we supposed to really be looking at today?"
She also explained why Pippa's dress became so iconic, even over a decade after the wedding, saying, "Pippa's dress caused a global stir. Firstly, because it was white. This was rather untraditional, as the colour white is normally reserved for the bride on her big day. Secondly, because of how well it fitted her across her bottom. Pippa herself expressed her surprise over how much attention she got on her sister's big day, telling Today, "The attention was completely unexpected. You know, I think the plan was not really for it to be a significant dress, really just to sort of blend in with the train." She said that she was both flattered and embarrassed by all the attention, but still keeps it in her closet at home. David Beckham had a little mishap at the royal wedding when he wore his Order of the British Empire medal on the wrong side of his jacket. According to tradition, Beckham was supposed to wear it on the left side, but he arrived with the pin on his right side. Someone must have corrected him at some point, because once the wedding began, he had it on the correct side. Meanwhile, his wife, Victoria Beckham, was pregnant with their daughter, Harper. According to the Mirror, Beckham said of his wife, "My wife was 8 months pregnant, and she was worried where we were going to be sitting. She needed to be as close to the restroom as possible, in case she needed to go." Thankfully though, everything worked out, and their seats were conveniently located to where they could both see the couple, and be a few steps away from the restroom.